Hi everyone, welcome back to Mr. Pumpkin's English classes. We're going to be learning English idioms or common phrases. I will be teaching you 5 common idioms today. A lot of students have asked for this video because you may be a ELL learner or English language learner, they call it, and have difficulty integrating into an English speaking society. Maybe you're even a fluent English speaker but have heard these phrases but just are too shy to ask people what they mean. So you just play along and pretend you know. Well, I'm here to help you, and so let's get right into the class today. The first idiom is blessing in disguise. You'll see on the right hand side that there are sort of descriptors to help you pronounce some of the words that I think may be a little bit difficult. So blessing and disguise. The definition of this word or this phrase is something that seems bad in the beginning but becomes something good later on. The example I have is, I was recently fired from my job, but I was able to focus on my passion afterwards and create a successful business. Getting fired from that job was a blessing in disguise. Number 2, beat around the bush. The definition: when you encounter an uncomfortable situation and want to avoid saying what you truly mean. The example: your son came up to me the other day and was being very shy. I told him not to beat around the bush and just tell me what was on his mind. He wanted a dog. Number 3, bite the bullet. The definition: to get something over with or finish something because it is inevitable. I hate needles, but I had to bite the bullet recently when I had to get my blood taken. The doctor needed my blood results for my annual checkup. Break a leg. This may sound very odd to tell someone to break a leg, but it means good luck. Just before I went on stage, my friend slapped me on the back and happily shouted, "Break a leg." We tend to say this to wish someone good luck, and it sounds counterproductive, but we don't actually mean or want someone to hurt themselves, but we want them to basically take the risk, go out there, and do what's necessary. Calling it a day or call it a day basically means to stop working on something. The example is, after a long day at work, my colleague suddenly turned off his computer, looked at me and said, "Let's call it a day." We went for dinner right after, but forgot to tell our partners. We got in big trouble. Now for the homework, you're going to pick 2 idioms and you're going to create a scenario where you can apply these 2 idioms. I picked bite the bullet and blessing in disguise. My scenario is at the workplace. So, the scenario that I created at the bottom here, the example is, my colleague did something wrong at work and was sweating in her chair. Suddenly, she stood up and decided to bite the bullet, storming into the supervisor's office to let them know the mistake. Later, I saw her packing her items, but also her nameplate was moved to the upper floor. She got a promotion for her efforts and honesty. What she thought was a grave error became a blessing in disguise. So take 2 examples of the idioms, apply it to a scenario, and write a small little paragraph. Try reading it, try saying it to another friend or a colleague or a peer, and practice every day. Hope these 5 idioms help, and hope you use them in your everyday language. These are the sources that I used for today's lesson. Take care, be kind, and change the world.